The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
On second down now. It's Davis, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Pearson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That one will send him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sand. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Looking to throw on second down. Barber. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. To throw on third down. Barber. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he stopped immediately there. And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On 3rd and 2, Pearson, and that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on 2nd down, Barber. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Porter, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Barber. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Barber. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. 7 yards to pick up there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Indy set to go on offense once more. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Davis. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, "Man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult." And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Handoff, running left is Davis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the draw, this is Davis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Pearson. That's complete to White. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. A dump off for Davis. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. Now a give right side. It's Porter. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. To throw on 3rd down. Barber. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Pearson. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Pearson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off play action. Pearson. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll look to throw again. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? To try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Second down at 5. Back to throw. Barber. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down. Barber. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down. Pearson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Davis. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Davis. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 17. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 59 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run here with Taylor. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barber. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake. Barber. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Operating from the gun. Pearson. Touchdown, Colts! From 3 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Barber, he finds his man, complete. That's Young. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Barber. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We got this.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On first down, Barber. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barber into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Porter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Barber. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Barber. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Barber. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Pearson. He finds McCoy. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On second down, it's Davis. There's the stiff arm. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Pearson. His throw incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Pearson. And Davis with it left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, Pearson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So back-to-back in. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call. So out comes the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. They'll drop this off for Davis. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Only 3 points there, but yeah, I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on second down, Barber. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, right side, Porter. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Barber. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Working with a 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, McGee. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run. This is McGee. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a give to Taylor. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Walter. And his throw is incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. It's caught. This is White. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
For the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
To throw on 3rd down, Middleton. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Middleton.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On the handoff, Taylor. That's a gain of 6 on the first. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about it.